Good evening, everyone. I am PyroFalkon, and you are watching PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where it's your Let's Play 2. Today is the start of a new series, kind of in celebration of a new game coming out, or that has come out, and partly the fact that I've just wanted to play this. This is Anno 2070, and Anno is a city builder. Now, after we played SimCity and City Skyline, I figured we needed another little city/colony builder here. As fun as RimWorld is, this one's a lot more peaceful, and as a result, this will be a very chill Let's Play. If you're looking for a bunch of missiles flying around and a bunch of destruction, you may want to check out one of my other playlists. But if you're here to watch some nice strategy, kind of calm down and use me as background noise with my soothing, rolling, baritone storytelling voice, then you might enjoy this. So the story of Anno is that the planet has flooded, I believe. The ice caps have melted, or at least global warming has sort of contributed to the rising of the sea levels. So we are in the future, and we are going to different islands around the planet to try to capture as many resources as we can to make sure people don't die off. And we are a lieutenant commander in charge of a small division of a company.
Fulfilling the 2-year plan will at last bring me the prestige with global trust that is my due.
Yes, Thor. Yes, it is. An urgent assignment from Global Trust sends you to Site 13, where Thor Strindberg is in charge of supplying the company with valuable raw materials. The atmosphere on site is tense, as production is stagnating, and the hydroelectric power plant isn't supplying enough electricity. However, the Global Trust Board still insists on strict observance of the 2-year plan. So we're just a lieutenant commander. We're just a little site foreman, so to speak. And we're working under Thor Strindberg for the moment as we try to harvest some resources. Yeah,
the Ark
nice
has
and
reached the
calming.
target coordinates.
Hi, Eve. Hi, Ark. So this game is the 4th of the Anno series, and the 5th one has just come out.
So, here you are at last. Thor Strindberg. We've already had the pleasure.
Yes, we
In
have.
view of the situation, I suggest we dispense with further formalities.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. By the way, this game is
plans to produce coal and oil on a large scale, and production is on the rise. The new 2-year plan from head office is a real challenge.
This game is absolutely beautiful, and I hope it's coming through the video as well as it can. I just realized
we need more energy to further increase production. All we really lack is a powerful turbine for the hydroelectric power plant.
Yeah. Anyway. So I just realized that I'm recording this in 1080p like I normally don't do. So hopefully you guys like it. It should be kind of
You will
pretty.
be in charge of the turbine redesign. This is now your top priority. Got it?
Yes, sir. You doof. All right. So this here is
By
our...
the way, Global Trust sent you a care package. The crates are in the way here, so pick them up immediately.
Jesus. I mean, yes, sir.
Command
yes, sir.
ship ready to go.
Thank you.
Navigation systems online.
So, as I was saying, this is the 4th game of a series, all called Anno, and they had this weird thing they did with their numbers.
In progress. Loading information about fertilities and distribution of raw materials.
But they're all pretty much the same. You are essentially in charge of a colony or a business in a small square map with a bunch of water and islands.
At last.
You have to...
Can we now move on to the next point?
God, you guys are talky.
Good. There's a small island to the southwest. Go and build your base there without delay.
Yes, sir. Jesus, Mr. Strindberg. Did someone piss in your Cheerios this morning? So... all the games feature islands and water, and you just set up your colonies and your bases and try to raise your people and harvest resources and trade and such. The game has a history of having different game modes where you can play adversarial, you can play co-op, although when you play co-op, you can basically play forever like SimCity. Like, there is no end eventually that... other than that you're going to harvest everything everywhere. But the old games, the first, second, and third Anno games, took place in the past with Caribbean islands and I believe New World Settlers, which, in fact, the third game was one of my ex's favorite game, and I really liked it.
Perfect.
And I've also been really bad at them, but this one I'm pretty decent at, although I've never beaten the campaign.
Information on Settlement Foundation available. Loading base site plan.
And our mission here is to beat the game this time. So, we are going to beat the game. Or the campaign, at least. So I already know the basics, but if you have happened to play this before, please let me know in the comments so I can get some tips. Because like I said, I'm not the best at this game.
Insufficient accommodation. Construction of residences recommended.
And we will be playing the campaign, as you can tell, which at least has a definitive end, because as much as I love playing games for the channel, I like doing games that are not open-ended. It's just the way I like to play. It's partly because, also, I only have limited...
This place is so happening.
There's literally nothing here, dude. It can't be happening when there's literally nothing here. Anyway, so it's partly because, you know, I only have so much time in my day, and I like, I like playing games that have a definitive end, because it therefore allows me to feel like a sense of accomplishment. And even for games that do not have a definitive end, I like making my own definitive ends, sort of like what I did with Cities Skyline. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sort of like I did with Cities Skyline, where I gave myself a very clear numerical objective to reach, and then...
Warning. More building materials required. Loading information to ensure supplies.
And then I was able to, you know, at least feel like I accomplished a goal. So the campaign does serve as your tutorial venue. That's basically all it is, although things do get real and the story is pretty
Emergency measures
fun.
Required.
And this is it. Like, part of the reason
Food
it's a
supply
little
ensured. Problem solved.
on the slow side is because your bases
I hope
always...
this quest will not overtax your abilities.
Just die in a fire. Yes, I accept the quest. I will go get your
Is that
turbine
it?
parts.
I can see what the problem is.
Or
with
accept
this
your turbine
turbine.
parts.
Nothing we can't fix once the other problems are solved.
Yay! We're gonna fix the turbine. Okay, so the turbine is now
I would have started work long
magically.
ago, but obviously there's not enough energy to get the plant into operation.
Okay, guess we need more energy. Yes, I see
Scanning
the minus
energy
9.
supply. Conclusion. Poor. Recommend countermeasures.
I like Eve. And I also like how talky this game is. I was sort of mocking it earlier, but I really like games that give you verbal cues when things need to happen. It makes, especially like city builders like this, to me it helps organize material better when there's not UI blinkies everywhere, because there's not much sound in games like this. You have the interface sound, you have some of the environmental sounds.
Energy level stabilized. Successful optimization.
But you-
Congratulations.
You're a hero for doing your job. Congratulations.
Receiving urgent message.
Yeah, I got an email.
The dam requires urgent repair and maintenance work, but Mr. Strindberg sees things differently.
Yeah, so just, you can pause the video here if you want to read this, but essentially, Engineer Peterson here is saying that the new turbine might have a problem because it's kind of taxing the dam, and he wants to do some safety checks first.
Sender of mail located. Location. Hydroelectric power plant. Contact recommended.
But he is not Strindberg is not going to listen to him, so we are going to do the talkies instead. I'm sure Strindberg will listen to us. We're gonna do some safety checks. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get a raise eventually. Everything should be all gravy in the gravy boat. I don't know. Yes, thank you. Go away. The interface in this game is absolutely clean. It's beautiful. Like, they've really done a fantastic job with this game. And the fact that it takes place in more modern
If you can't find it
future
here,
times,
it simply doesn't exist.
yeah, great, dude. I didn't mean to trade with you.
I simply cannot do business with you.
Strindberg, shut up. I'm trying to talk to you. What do I need to do? Oh, I have to click this thing.
So, you received my message.
Yes.
If the optimized turbine is installed before testing, the results could be disastrous. I'm powerless, but maybe Mr. Strindberg would listen to you.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Strindberg will totally listen to his second-in-command, I'm sure. Where's my ship? Where'd my ship go? Ship. Oh, there you are. Gotta love hotkeys. The game doesn't teach you about hotkeys, or group keys, which I find kind of surprising, but whatever. Being a veteran RTS player, group keys are pretty much the first thing I try.
Again. He senses danger everywhere. The decision has been made to use the new turbine, so take these materials to the turbine construction site.
All right, dude. Fucking chill. 1 steel? You couldn't send a ship yourself to frickin' deliver 1 unit of steel? Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, just... This game is really fun to me, and there will be times, especially when I'm setting up my bases, that I will not speak, because you guys probably won't need to hear everything I'm saying, or thinking. But one thing about this game is that once the tutorial is over and you set up your bases and such, there's a lot of kind of sameness to it, because sort of like SimCity...
steel. Well, at least that works, but progress here is still slow, just the same. See for yourself.
Like SimCity, you start off sort of with the same motions. You have to get your power plant in order. You have to get your police departments. Well, that's not the first thing you do, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you get your opening moves are usually the same in SimCity.
We're almost done here, but Mr.
The campaign
just
mixes
keeps
it up.
piling on the pressure. Without more workers, we'll never meet his deadline.
And this version of Anno was really cool that it brought in an
optimal number of skilled workers for the turbine construction. Extrapolating residential space required. Calculations completed.
Are you going to let me gush about the game for a second? Sweet. Okay. So this game was cool that it brought in an MMO aspect to the normal mode, like not campaign, but the free mode where you can do whatever you want. Because you can vote for different factions which will control the global economy and policy, which will affect all games for all players, which is really, really cool. I love the idea. It makes you feel like you're a part of something bigger, even though every single map or match in this game is independent of all others. It's basically an RTS or even, like I said, just a normal city builder, but think of City Skylines or SimCity if it had this effect where you could vote a player in office and then that player just randomly decided police stations are now 10% cheaper, but fire stations are now 10% more expensive. You know, things like that would be amazing. And this gives you that sense of organicness. Plus, there are new missions with this game every single day. And by the way, no, I am not paid to endorse this game. I just really enjoy it. And there's a new one that's come out, which is why this one has been on my mind. The new one, I think, is Anno 2205, I think is the title. And from the screenshots, they go into the stars. Like, you start colonizing not just the planets and the island, but you colonize the moon and do things. And I'm very intrigued on it. I just can't spend 60 bucks on it right now.
Congratulations.
But I will absolutely play it. And if this series goes over for you guys, I'll enjoy playing that one as well.
Did you follow my instructions to the letter?
Yes, I did, ass. Oh, God. Thor Strindberg. Yeah, okay. Oh, cutscene. Woot.
Stop whining, Peterson. The tests can still be carried out later. As soon as that turbine is installed, the power plant must be brought to full power.
It would have only taken 3 days for the safety test,
full power?
dude.
Without testing? Sheer madness. The structural integrity of the dam won't be able to take it.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, since when has a guy in middle management ever made a bad
The load
decision that's
buffer is
resulted
down.
in problems?
The mounts are breaking. We have to get out of here. Everyone out!
Middle management is always right? Everything's fine, right?
Peterson, what have you done, you idiot? You and you alone are going to answer to Global Trust for this disaster.
Really, Strindberg? I love how he's bitching and moaning, even though there were still dead people up on the... or, not dead yet, but people up on the scaffolding. Well, we've won. We also exploded a dam, but we won! And we'll be doing Mission 2 tomorrow. I'm sure everything's fine. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for another episode.